Flow was founded by John Mackey, who's the CEO and chairman of Whole Foods Market, and Michael Strong, who's an educational entrepreneur. And they started Flow because they both believe in the power of entrepreneurs and markets, and they're both do-gooders. And they found that people were either in one camp or the other. They either believed in the power of entrepreneurs and markets, or they believed that people should do good in the world, and they didn't see how the two of them came together. And they believe very strongly that entrepreneurship and markets are the most powerful tool for doing good. And let's find a way to bring them together conceptually and in practice.
Michael and I had a strong belief in capitalism, but we were also we were both do-gooders. We both wanted to make the world a better place. And we began to raise the question, well, gosh, I wonder if there are other people like us out there who are committed to free markets and free minds, but at the same time want to use that to make the world a better place. And that hatched the idea of Flow. Michael and I and other members of Flow have a deep belief that human creativity can solve all the problems that are in the world today. That humans fundamentally have limitless creativity. It needs merely to be released, and it needs to be released in ways that help do good in the world. So that's the essence of what Flow is. It's liberating the entrepreneurial spirit for good, networking entrepreneurs together, and channeling that entrepreneurial spirit in ways that contribute to solving the world's problems.
The term flow has a couple of meanings for us. On the one hand, flow comes from the term from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist who describes the flow state as optimal experience, where you're so absorbed in solving challenging problems that you don't even realize that time is passing. Flow is happiness itself because reality is fascinating to you on a moment-to-moment basis. In addition, flow refers to the global flow of goods, services, culture, ideas, capital, people. We believe a world in which everybody is working with everybody else in a world of commerce and trade and exchange is a win-win-win positive world.
I think it's the fresh perspective and the proven track record. For John Mackey to have not just thought about these ideas, but spent decades tinkering with them, modeling with them, standing accountable on their behalf. To me, that sort of validity testing and proof of concept is one of the things that lends tremendous weight and credibility and significance to the Flow project and its origins, just in its DNA.
Entrepreneurship is a process of discovery and creation. And when we consider entrepreneurs, they're entrepreneurs who create businesses. They're entrepreneurs who create social enterprises or nonprofits. They're entrepreneurs who create art. They're entrepreneurs who create spiritual movements. An entrepreneur sees a challenge or an opportunity and sees the resources available and goes, I can put these things together in this way and address this problem, or capitalize on this opportunity.
As far as the concepts and ideas, I think that they become functional toolkits for people to go out into the world wherever they find themselves, academia, nonprofits, public sector, private sector, and introduce some of that DNA, introduce some of that possibility. Again, a framework of abundance versus atonement.
It's the idea that no matter what you're doing as a creative person, that there's this opportunity for energy to come through you naturally to benefit other people, and for there to be a system of voluntary exchange where the entire tide rises. To see that articulated, yes, in business, but in all of the other areas that the Flow organization is exploring and working in, I find that really thrilling and interesting to me on a lot of levels.
Very often we are a bridge between the world of do-gooders, many of whom are ignorant of or hostile to the world of entrepreneurs and markets, and on the other hand, the world of business, where often they have been told for so long that profit's the only legitimate metric that it's uncomfortable for them to think in terms of moral purpose. Businesses can be so nimble and fast and innovative. Businesses can go places and do things that no other institution in the world can do. There are places in the developing world, for instance, where I don't think that government is going to be able to solve the problem, NGOs aren't going to be able to solve the problem, the UN can't solve the problem, the only organization that can reach out there and really make a difference, in many cases, is going to be business. And for business to take this enormous power in terms of not only size in the case of large corporations, but also flexibility, innovativeness, originality, for businesses to repurpose that to make the good in the world happen more quickly, to create peace and prosperity more quickly, to improve the conditions of women around the world more quickly, to help the environment become secure from degradation more quickly. That's just fantastic.
So Flow is dedicated to taking that spirit and that will and supporting it and saying, yes, you can, and holding up examples of countless ways that human beings have done and continue to see something new and to pursue it and to engage others in collaborating to make it happen and succeeding. Flow is catalyzing alliances of other NGOs, of businesses, of government agencies, a whole range of organizations who share a common vision and a common purpose for addressing these issues, and who have compatible cultures, styles, and complementary talents and resources. And we all understand that if we work together, we'll be more effective at addressing these issues than if we continue to do it separately.
We believe that there are an unlimited number of opportunities for making the world a better place that are not being taken advantage of. We're swimming in opportunities and almost none of us see it. But as we learn to see the opportunities around us, we can, all of us, spend every day of our lives working on manifesting those opportunities and making dramatic changes. We want to open the world up so that 6 billion geniuses on Earth can all be free to manifest their liberated entrepreneurial spirit permanently and forever, so we have a world of ever-increasing happiness, well-being for all.